What it do, beef stew? What it do? All right, we're gonna do Q&A today. As you can see, I'm still here in the Ecamm headquarters, and after this, I'm going to meet Katie and Ken and go do something. But I wanted to get in here and do a little Q&A action. See, Obbs is kicking it with me. Mr. Junkie Camera's in the building. Paulie Paul is in the place. What is up, Paul C? Yeah, so you know what it is. Get your questions in. Let's do this. And while we're waiting for that, of course, there has been some crazy updates of recent. It's really insane. I just was talking about how Claude came through with some really incredible updates, and the next freaking day, Google came through with some Google came through with some absolute heaters. Like, it's kind of incredible. Google came through with the sauce. It's kind of crazy what they were able to build. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. But yeah, just going in today, doing some things. I see there is Gretchen. Oh, Gretchen, you're just the person I need to talk to. Thank you for coming today, gangsta grandma. All right, let me put this back to normal. Get back over here. All right, so I just started. I might be stuck in the funk loop right now. Let me see if I can get back. Get back. All right, go back to here. Home. I just started this because, I don't know, just checking it out, being nosy. And so let me put Gretchen available just in case I can hear what she has to say, in case she says something crazy. So I just launched a Substack. I have no freaking clue what I'm doing. I did it last night. Miss Luniverse has started doing her thing. Gretchen has been doing this for quite some time. So, same with my buddy Jeff over here. Jeff has been doing some stuff. It seems like before, and maybe I'm just out of the loop because I haven't been paying attention. I thought before you were just putting sort of like your newsletter there, kind of like a blog, kind of having a place to put your things. But now it seems like you're doing video on Substack. I know that people can stream into it because we get the question all the time. And then now it looks like people are even posting little short videos into here. And so what's kind of gangstar about it is if you go over here to, things like you might be subscribed to, you click on something like Mira Jessica over here, and then you can see whatever they're posting. There's videos, now they got their recent posts. So it's kind of like the old school, I don't know if you guys remember Post. It was like one of the OG microblogs, even before Twitter. Posterius, I think is what it was called. Posterous is what most people said. But what you would do is you would sort of microblog. And now that Twitter is blowing up, it seems like Substack might be kind of a dope move. So I just put it there, just made a new Substack. So far, my only people are, I believe, Jimmy and Mary Lou. I don't even know where to check. I know where to check in the phone. I don't know where to check on the computer. It's definitely a different vibration on the phone than it is on the computer. How do I go to my page? Boom. And all I did was share Tanya and Jimmy right there. I guess before I get absolutely bodied, let me go back over here. And I better do this. I'm going to get killed if I don't. Then how do you... Ooh, she even made a new one for us. Look, she made one for us over here on the Unstucky. But how do you share this? You go like this. And then you go note. And then you go post. Yay! And there you go. And then you go find Gretchen. Where'd she go? I know she's in here. But this doesn't slide. Don't show me things that look like they slide and they don't slide. That's just dirty. That's just bad UI management. That ain't her. Your mic is. I mean, you can talk, Gretchen.
Oh,
Did
I
you
was
say
just looking
boo?
for you two on my phone.
I thought you said oh. I thought you said boo. I was like ah.
Boo, boo. Yeah, it's not under Images by Gretchen. It's under my name,
Yeah, I know.
Gretchen
I
Shepherd.
saw it. There, look.
There it is.
Hit the
Yeah,
scribey button. Oh, you set yours up
and
for a pay one too.
yeah,
All right, I'm not putting my credit card on the live public screen.
it's interesting because it was when I did the book bites for the book lady with Nodpod Pomo a couple years ago. I posted all the podcasts in there. I recorded them on YouTube and then posted the through Substack. I have some other things going in there, and I'm getting more things there. I thought I had two different podcasts, but you can connect your email list, and that I mean I didn't think I had the capability of going live from Substack, and then I checked it like 2 weeks ago, and it was said, oh no, you have like 795 subscribers. You can go live, no problem. And I was like, what?
You only
Where'd
need
they all
10.
come from? And I was like, whoa, where'd that happen? With that. And it's interesting. It has a lot of potential, and it kind of fits with my kind of brain style working. I know you don't agree with that, but the way Gangsta Grandma's brain works, it fits with it. I can I can put things in library, boxes.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Um, I just did add Chris. I added you guys already. Um,
And Chris, yeah, I think Chris, thank you. You subscribed to mine, and because I subscribed to yours, and so to Jim too, because Jim had a good training on going live, and there were not seriously. I searched and searched for trainings on how to go live on Substack, and I found Jim's, and there was one and one other woman who didn't quite go through all the steps but had done it. But Jim's was the one that made the most sense, and it was one of maybe three.
oh, that's cool. I had put. I did subscribe to Deal Casters. Man,
Hmm.
I'm not in my own studio, so finding which of these three monitors is which is making my face hurt. Super cool though. Yeah, so I did follow Dealcasters, and I guess I got Jim. See, we got Dealcasters. Already subscribed. Look, and then
And
so all you do is do
and with
this.
Mary Lou, we're going to be doing a bunch of we're going to kind of do a deep dive into this, and so I'm excited about finding more stuff about it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I was just super interested into like it seems like it's come a long way, and I knew that they added live a bit ago, but I've just been trying to figure out how to get it hooked up for people. You
it
just giving instructions.
and you can embed videos into your newsletters or send out them, and it just has, and you can compartmentalize to which one of your subscribers things go to, so you if you group your subscribers in different kind of areas, you can pick and choose.
This might be a good place
It's-
for Paul C because you don't have to get salesy about it, but you can do really quick. You can put your shorts for your repairs there, and then you can put a link back to your site for like if you need parts for any kind of appliance, come see me. Like that. It'd be kind of cool because it doesn't require a lot, and even somebody like Paul and I who are either non-typey or dyslexic, you don't have to spend a lot of time reading it. You just post a video, do a text to speech real quick, let AI clean it up, post it, and then you're not really selling, but they'll figure out where your site is. You're like, oh, and by the way, if you need the parts, we got it, and leave it at that. You don't have to be like, and go check out this link. Anyway, let me cover Rich because this is a Q&A. Problem with my Synology NAS, I have to replace a 14 terabiscuit drive. Does the new drive need to match the other three? Okay to mix brands. Okay to replace it for a larger drive. Absolutely, Rich. I am also looking at drives. I was about to buy some 20s because they were on sale, and then when I read the fine print, they were refurbs, and I didn't trust that. Synology is going to make it so that the drives are going to be locked down. Like you have to only use Synology drives. A lot of people are mad about that, but I understand because they run the same problem that many other companies that allow you to use third party stuff run into, like us. Nobody calls Rode when they don't know how to use the Rodecaster Pro. They bother us. Like I asked my friends at Rode, how many Ecamm people do you get hit tech support? And they're like, oh, not that many. And I go, yeah, because they all hit us. So Synology is going to lock down drives, but yes, it's absolutely okay to mix brands. It really does. They don't care. You will find that some brands will never pass the test. So if the light, not the light, inside the desktop, there's a warning that this drive doesn't match. So, for instance, I was helping a friend and they used not Synology. What's the other brand? Seagate. They were using Seagate drives, and I could not get the Seagate drives to skip the check. So they always say that the drives are broken when they're perfectly fine, and that drives my friend crazy. But I was like, I told you to buy the Western Digital drives, but you wanted to save $5 a drive, and in a grand total of 8 drives, you saved $40, but now you got to stare at the idiotic light. So I told you to get the Western Digitals. Yeah, you can mix and match. It really doesn't matter. I think what I heard about the lockdown too, Rich, is it's going to affect the newer machines, not the ones that we already have. I don't think there's going to be a firmware update that then blocks us from the drives that we already have. So yes, you can absolutely mix and match. And right now, it seems like the sweet spot on drive pricing is the 18 terabytes, but let's go investigate because I am in the market for 2 new drives. So let's go. Let's get back over here. What I like is Ultrastars. Oh, I just realized that my mic is on my computer, which is really stupid. That's a good way to break something. Ultrastar HC. I think they're called HC 550s now. Oh, dang, we're up to HC 580. What the heck? Let's do HC 550 18 tera biscuits. That seems to be the sweet deal in price. See, like this right here, if you could find a 14 terabyte Ultrastar like for 175, bro, trust you me, this some bitch is refurbished or something, because that's a little too cheap. You gotta read deep to find it too. It doesn't always say. But shoot, I'll buy this sucker right now if I'm sure it's not refurbished. It doesn't say. That's a good deal. That's crazy. But look how cheap the 14s are now, man. 14s are coming in at 158. That's phenomenal. But I kind of want the 18. So going back to what I was looking for. Don't let me get sidetracked, people. You guys stop me from being me. Here we go. 250. This is what I'm looking at. 250 for the 18 tera biscuits. And see, there you go. That's renewed. I knew it because yeah, 317. 300 is about right. But yeah, 300 is about right. This guy right here is renewed. What you just want to do is make sure you don't get one that says renewed. I don't trust that. But yeah, 18 seems like the move, man. But listen, I'm struggling with my face now. If this is 300, I would buy 2 of these. Right? Because 2 of those is actually better. You're going to end up with 28 terabytes. By the time it does some mathing, it'll come out to about 22 for just a little bit more than buying a single 18. So I don't know. That might be the move if you have the space for it. My machine has 8 holes, so I got ample space, and my machine can also add the additional 5. So yeah, but this has been the sweet spot. And yeah, you're absolutely okay to switch drives. I have found these Western Digitals to be really good. And I don't know when we built our machines, Rich, but your drive probably, if you bought what I bought, your drive came with a 5-year warranty. And although those warranties are a pain in the ass, it's worth trying because sometimes they'll send you a new drive. Using 4 Seagates right now. Yeah, okay. I would swap the drive as soon as possible. And then, do you know which Seagate you have? Is it an Iron Wolf? Did you get the Exos is 5-year warranties? The Iron Wolves are 3-year warranties. And it's really weird. If it has the enterprise tag, it's a longer warranty. If it doesn't have the enterprise tag, then it's a shorter warranty. Seagate can be a hoe about it. You know what to do. You know what to do. Let's do this. Don't search. WARR. Well packaged with the 5-year warranty. Okay, so if you got what is it? Iron Wolves, you might have 5-year warranty. Let's check Iron Wolf. So yeah, the enterprise ones come with that tag. So Iron Wolfie, and do Command G to repeat the thing, and 5 years, and it hasn't been 5 years, bro. Yes, JB, I'm still in mass, still freezing my buttocks off. Any concerns about buying from the Naked Cow? Ooh, you got Exos X16 14s. Oh, you got 5-year warranty, player. You got time. You got time. You got time. You'll be up in next year. So yeah, go ahead and replace it. But while you're replacing it, go ahead and put in a warranty claim, because you're in the building, my man. You are in the building. And the Exos is better because that's an enterprise drive, so you got a better chance of getting it swapped. I'm all about showing the biggest SS NVMe so I can get in the dock nowadays. I'm assuming you mean SSD, NVMe. That dock that I built the other day is phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely love it. The Orico. So, oh yeah, by the way, after I posted that video, if you go to the community page, you will see where I posted a new update, because stop staring at stuff in the membership area. You're not supposed to see that. Man, how the heck do you get to the community tab? No post. Yeah, so the company hit me up and they gave us this Amazon link plus this code, and you can get 30% off the Orico products. So big ups to them for hooking that spiciness up. And I kind of want to get one of their faster ones for no reason whatsoever, because this one is quick. This one will edit 4K no problem. I'm just weird. I always want the fastest drives I can get my hands on. And it's dumb. Don't listen to me. That's the one thing I'll tell you. Don't listen to me, because I kind of go overkill. Like the Crucial 9s, which you could get for 120 bones, are phenomenal. I only buy Crucial X10s, which cost $30 more, because, I I once accidentally erased a 2 terabyte drive full of videos, client work. It was super stupid. Hey, for sure, fam, man. And keep me posted on how that goes. I really do want to know. Thank you, K-Walk. Hey, by the time this joint is over, we might have 10 subs and we can go live on Substack. I'll go try. Listen, you guys have heard me say this before. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna find a way to mischievously stream from the airplane, because Starlink on Hawaiian Air is fast as snot. And I'll be wanting to do it, but they're going to be like, you're not supposed to make any sort of video calls. I'm like, damn it. Damn, Paul drank
Gotta
all
be
the
the
coffee.
bathroom with hand gestures.
What'd you say, P?
I said it's gotta be in the bathroom.
Yeah, they're going to be real funny. My bathroom tends to be up in the front by the front people, so they will hear me. What's up, JB? Good to see you, family. Yeah, I've been like, man, the new stuff that came out last night. Brandon and JP were on his stream playing around with Vero, and it's crazy. It's crazy. They were taking like a picture of them on the moon, and it made a video of them walking around on the moon, and you can hear like the crunching, which is funny to me because you wouldn't be able to hear that in space. But it's still the work was just absolutely incredible. The imagery came out dope, and it's kind of phenomenal where we're at. And as you guys been seeing my thumbnails, I've been playing a lot with just using image creation and then swapping things out. So I'm super jazzed on what's going on in the AI space right now. The new Google updates are crazy. It's absolutely crazy. They have one. Well, let me show you one thing that they did, which I'm in love with, which I think I'll guarantee I'm going to play with more. Oh, this is weird. I see it on my iPad, but I don't see it here. On my iPad, when I run Google, I have something that says AI mode. But here on this machine, I don't see it. Wow. Yeah, because I took a shot of it earlier. Let me see if it updated my iCloud library. Yeah, here I'll put this picture up. Oh, that sucks. It's weird that it shows up on my iPad but not on the desktop yet. That's kind of wow. Jim said, "Thank you for subscribing." I did it while I'm live. Chris is here harassing me. There you go. I know you're not harassing me, Chris. Let's go back over here. I'll show you. This was so cool, and I was messing with it. And I think this is a huge gamble from Google, but I'm about this life. So you guys check on your computer, go to google.com real quick and see if you see the button that says AI mode. And basically, that's taking, Gretchen, did you resubscribe to Perplexity? Because I did. Yeah, it's basically doing a Perplexity type situation already built in. And I'm bummed that why is it on my regular computer but not here? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see if I log out and log back in. Or I know what I'll do. I'll switch to my workplace account and then run a reboot. No.
I don't see it in mine either.
If you have an iPad, maybe you can try it. Because my iPad has it, as you can see here. This is super rad, man. Like, you just hit this little button, and then when you do your searches, it just, oh my God, it's so gravy. It's so gravy.
It's not showing in the UK either.
You guys normally like a couple weeks after us. Dang, nobody got it. So I only got it on my iPad. I know what I'll do. I'll check my phone, see if it shows up on my phone. It'd be really funny is if I open up Safari and it works in Safari but not in Chrome. Let's see, Google. Because on my iPad, that is Safari, legit. Nope, not on my phone either. But yeah, it's really cool. Like it allows you to get that full AI search. And I've been talking about this so much lately. You guys been hearing me talk about it. Like all of the old BS SEO tricks are out the window. So the best you can do now is just like create. It doesn't even have to be solid. It just has to be valuable, right?
Doc,
Yo.
it's on the phone. If you go up to that little test thing or the beaker,
The lab, yeah.
yeah, the lab, it says new experiments. It's under AI mode there.
Oh, there you.
And then you can turn it on.
Gretchen is in the building. Let me see if I can do it on here. Let's go.
See, the librarian in me just came right out.
Gretchen comes through. Listen, I don't care what Paul says about you.
She's been in grandma mode for a solid week with 3 kids and no contact on the internet.
The photo,
and I'm like, okay.
photo where
I'm
you
like,
said, if you want to get closer to your family, take them up a mountain or some shit. That was pretty funny. I was like, yo, gangsta grandma gonna push one of these kids off a mountain. Look, right up here in here, there's a little beaker. So if you hit that, bingo, yay. This is how you gotta follow instructions, family. Hey, Strick, try click the little beaker in the top. And look, Harlan Merriweather Strickland III, my man, in the building.
oh, right.
Good to see you. All right, so it says a new AI search experiment, advanced reasoning, thinking, multimodal capabilities from Gemini 2.0 will answer even your toughest questions. So you're gonna hit try AI mode. This other cool stuff, this Wisp thing they came up with, also dope. But we'll come back to you. We'll do try AI mode for now. Yes. This is cool. This is cool. Let's see. Ask me anything. Ask me anything. What do I want to do? I want to do something cool. Come on, people. Throw in a good question.
I got AI today to use to look for bathroom suites for a friend in our local area within 150-mile range. Oh my God.
Bathroom suites? You mean like having chocolate on
Yeah,
the
so
on the
he
counter?
he wanted a certain size bath, and it was an oddball, and it went out, and AI just came back with a list of results, and stock levels, everything.
Oh, dude, that's phenomenal. Okay, let's do this again. JB, if you're on a Google.com page like this, up in the very up in the Bronx where the people are fresh, there's a little beaker. You know, like in Sesame Street, and then you just hit the beaker. And then once you hit the beaker, it'd be back. You just come in here and you scroll down just a wee taste and you press try AI mode. And then you get this. Boom. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, let's do something. I want to understand the DIFERE is difference. I should be talking because you know me can't type. Difference in I was thinking about that. Why don't you shut up, Steven? Why don't you shut up? Get out of my stream with that noise, you jerk. Oh, you're so evil. Stop laughing at that, Paul. I can kick you out. Damn it, Steven. Why you gotta be like that? I had a rough week, man. First, JT tore his Achilles, and then, man, you freaking lost a game they absolutely should have won. Okay, so this is cool. This is cool. It says coffee processing refers to methods used to remove the coffee bean from the cherry. Different processing methods significantly impact the final flavor profile of the coffee, right? Wash process, they just basically soak it in beans and beat it around until the thing comes off. There's a natural process. There's a honey process. This one, I don't even know what it is, but I see it on bags all the time. So let's investigate how it works. The honey process, the outer side of the coffee cherry is removed, but varying amounts of sticky mucilage are left on the bean during drying. The amount of mucilage left impacts the flavor, resulting in categories like yellow, red, and black honey. The flavor profile, honey profile coffee is balanced between the sweetness and the clarity of washed coffees. They typically have a medium body with moderate acidity. Caramel, honey, stone fruits, balanced acidity. Normally, stone fruits means that your coffee is pushing towards dark. That's dope. That is dope. Man, look at that. Look at that. See? You found, yo, they always be here. Every Saturday, kicking it with me. You be hiding. This is cool, man. I like this. So, yeah, if you... let me do this right quick. I like a, you know what? Let me use my voice. I'm over here typing like a jerk. I like a medium, but my other half likes a dark roast. What are some good sort of middle balances between there? Show me the roaster, the brand, and the specific varietals. Oh, I'm sorry, that's probably loud, people. This table is crappy. It's a very shaky table. It's really weird when you're leaning on a table and the monitor is going like crazy. Okay, I do like PTs, so I know that this is good, and they put PTs up there. This one is actually good. I just wanted to see if it would recommend anything that I've actually tasted. This PTs is actually really good. I haven't tried Red Roaster. Fidalgo, haven't tried that. Cafe Mom. These are good. Okay, so let's see. What about roasters that fit this profile from Washington State? That way I can send Gretchen to go get it for me. I didn't have to hit enter. I'm sitting here wondering why it's not working. This is cool though. Like, imagine the type of research you can do with this now. Oh, let's see.
One of Bob's buddies developed Mocha Joe's, but sold it a long time ago.
Dude, I have had this, and Gretchen, maybe you have too. I have had Cafe Umbria in Seattle, and I freaking love that place. Oh my God, it has the old school Italia feel to it, and it is gangster. Wow, this is good. Like, this thing is, well, it's Google, right? So it's funny to say that it's smart, because if you didn't have the AI version and you were doing this, you would get, these results anyway, and you probably would go there. I've also had Cafe Vita. This is if you go to the airport in Seattle while you're bouncing between gates at SeaTac, and you go to with the cheese place. They sell Cafe Vita. I think it's the same company. Beechers.
Beakers, yeah.
Yeah. So so this is good. This is good. Okay. So let's do a new sheet up in this business. No, ding dong. I want new. Let's go to Search Labs. Let's do this. And so Chris said, I'm going to do Command Shift 2, which gives me a text snipe. And then I'll paste in what Chris said and take this off. All right, going live on Substack with the streaming service via RTMP. Substack's video live features allow you to engage with your audience in real time, and you can enhance your broadcast using third-party software like StreamYard. That means we need to write an article about this, because that's why Google doesn't know that we can do it. Although Jim's article is number freaking 1. Oh, but you know what? Jim is a hoe, and he put StreamYard. That's why. Don't tell Jim I said that. But yeah, because Jim's article is first, so we need to write an article on our side, because it does no mention of Ecamm Live, but it's in there. Let's see what Jim wrote on Substack. He did put us there. We don't have capital E, lowercase c. Don't tell him I said that. I think this.
You can now connect your YouTube channel to Substack, to your Substack, and it will
I heard that too.
Post from YouTube to Substack.
Here's the thing that's going to mess us up too. We have a brand problem, because many of us say Ecamm. I say Ecamm, and many people say Ecamm Live, and so that causes confusion when it comes to Google, because you're getting 2 different names. It has to be like 3x amount of data for it to realize that they're the same. Especially
if you tell
Ecamm is the name of a company, and Ecamm Live is the name of a software. So that's something that we're working on, but we'll fix that ourselves.
I actually did that this morning when we were working, and I told Google the correct spelling, or AI, the correct spelling of Ecamm, and it came back the next go spelling it correctly.
Yeah, see, and it's funny. We're spending a lot of time pushing. I know, Chris, I'm just messing with you. We're pushing against lowercase e, capital C. It's capital E, lowercase everything else. But we get hyphens, we get 1M. It's something that we're working on. So we have a meeting next week to work on our branding in order to fix it, because that is just something that's always going to be a problem. But let's do what you said. Let's see what it says. kicking off the searches. Yes, you absolutely can use Ecamm Live. They said it right this time on Substack. Here's what you do. Ecamm Live is a third-party streaming tool. Substack features RTSP. Ecamm Live is a Mac application that broadcast streaming services use RTMP. This means you can connect Ecamm Live to your Substack stream in this powerful situation. Again, Jim is on top, and then so is me because I made a video about using RTMP keys right there. So listen, this is dope, bro. This is dope. Listen. Jolie Vision. He's so ding dong. This is dope. Okay, so let's put this in context for what we do. All right, it's cool that this is out here, but this I have been bitching at y'all for about a year about this exact same thing, that the search engine results that come from the content that you create will now blow up. The biggest problem that we have in these here streets is people are still posting good stuff on Facebook. Everything of knowledge that you post on Facebook is only going to be seen by the people who follow you on Facebook or some groups that have, like available posts. Facebook doesn't search very well. So although it's dope to have your own website, and yes, you should, there's something cool about repeating that information over on something like Substack, because Substack, because of its brand recognition, it's going to get indexed by Google a lot. And the reason why it will get indexed by Google a lot is because arrangements that they have with Google, no doubt, but also because that content changes by the minute. So Google sees Substack as a resource for the freshest information available. Until Substack started gaining momentum, it was Medium. You would do Google searches on just about anything under the sun, and you'd get a Medium article. So you got Reddit, you got Medium, and you got Substack. Substack is like Reddit for less crazy people. So the search engine wants to provide you with the latest and greatest, most up-to-date information. So it's going to go hit Reddit, it's going to hit Medium, it's going to hit Substack, it's going to check YouTube, and it's going to use that to backfill these results. And as you can see in this example, like Chris put us on to, it not only is Jim coming up gangster, Jim's article is flushed through everywhere, but then it's also pulling up the Ecamm sites. If I go to see all, there's Tanya's faces up in the building. There's, Substack. There's Ecamm Live, our own site. There's a Crowdcast. Riverside got beasted up in there in the bottom, and then Capterra. So this cool. Capterra did Ecamm Live pricing and alternatives, and this was updated in 2025. But all of these articles, on this particular topic. Now, this is not just me goofing off on this live stream. This is going to be people that do what you do. That people that be looking for services that you offer. So I'm telling you, stop simping and start creating content about whatever the hang it is you talk about. Like, if you get in there, it's on like Donkey Kong.
And what's nice
crazy
about Substack is that you can really focus down your categories. It asks you when you go into something, you can choose whether it's technology or whether it's photography or whether it's art or whether it's science. I mean, there's a ton of, or crafts, or a ton of different things. So you can really hone that down to where you want to get started. Like if you just want to say, I just want to start with this group, and see what I do. And then you can always expand it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's nice, or see if it doesn't work there. But I have a one that comes up, and I have photographers that come through only, and that's all I get from them. And then it's great because that's just the kind of the focus I had there for that one.
I got a question for you, G. What about the people who insist on being Swiss Army knives when they come into content? Do you think that posting whatever the heck you feel like it on Substack bodes well? Because if so, that means you can finally make a YouTube channel that's focused, but then your Substack can be more your personality, and then they kind of crisscross. Why you laugh, Paul?
I'm going to discuss this in class later. I'm sorry. It's what I've got something for you.
I hate to say
Doc,
that I can read your mind because that scares me.
Doc, Can you go to your personal chat in Zoom? I'm going to pass you a link. I only want you to know it opens. Please don't do it on the screen.
Oh no! Oh, we got some naked Paul pictures coming up. Everybody sending your super chats.
It's just I don't know. I'm not sorry. I'm not thinking so much about the audience as much as the people that are reluctant about posting and about what they want to do and this and then what if I get people it's a way to get yourself comfortable with putting things out there. And I look at it from that point. If I can somebody can take this step into a community that they're comfortable with and they're going to get responses from a community they're comfortable with and get there, then they might be able to step out and bring more of, hey, well, okay, yes, I do this, but I also boom, doom. Because I started out with just photography and then it was the books. And then they're like, oh my gosh, and now there's the art. And so
like it.
that kind of expansion,
Yeah.
it's putting your toe in where you're comfortable.
I like it.
And yeah,
It's smart too, right? Every I'm trying to think of people who have oh my god, I was gonna say agorapulse. People that have, damn son, that's a big fly. You know they can't go outside. Come on, Doc.
agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia. I was gonna say agorapulse, and then I lost it. Okay, people have agoraphobia. One of the treatments is what's known as exposure therapy. Right? They bring you to this window, and you stand there for a little while. Then they bring you to the door, and you stand there for a little while. Then, next day they open the door and just have you stand there in the open door for like 2 minutes, and then later they have you stand in front of the open door for like 10 minutes, and then they have you take one step outside for 1 minute and then come back in. What Gretchen is describing is exposure therapy. And for people like, I'm sorry, I'm going to be an asshole about it. The idea of being afraid of this stuff just really doesn't make sense to me. I just don't know. However, it has to be done because if you don't, no matter what your business is, no matter what you do in general, you will get passed by. Like it's just happening. Yesterday I talked to my sisters because my middle sister, her birthday is tomorrow. And my middle sister still loves to play the I'm not a tech person game. And then, she's like, babe, bro, how come you didn't call me in a while? I'm like, because you're the only one that refuses to do FaceTime. I'm like, I know what you look like, fool. I didn't see you for the last 60 years. She could be 60 tomorrow. And she's like, well, I have my hair on my makeup. I said, I seen you when you had no teeth in the front. Like, we were running around in diapers the same time because she's only a year and a half older than me. So I'm like, yo, at one point in time, we had to bath together because mom didn't want to waste money on water. So, like, why are you tripping? But that's just, people get these weird things in their head and they don't make any sense to me. And I'm like, it affects our ability to communicate because I travel. So, like, the easiest thing for me to do is press FaceTime, and then you never want to answer the damn thing. So that's on you, pimp. Step up. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to take this one. And it's that thing, like, stop telling yourself crazy stuff. I mentioned it in yesterday's video. Legit, stop telling yourself crazy stuff because it can't help you. It just can't. Aubrey, you look like you've been lifting weights again. Just flex that gun real quick. Damn, son. Like, don't choke nobody. Aubrey out here, she just like Popeye getting the spinach. Yeah, it's really cool. Like, I like the idea. Let's see, postophobia. I talk about this in my video. Oh, Chris, are you saying people who be afraid to share have postophobia? I like that. Not Chris, Carlos. I like this.
Carlos.
That's cool. Okay, I gotta go watch Carlos's video before class. That's really, really cool. That is cool. We had a really funny term that came up during Leap this week, and I like it. I hate it, but I like it at the same time. I like it because I hate it because I'm struggling to get people to get rid of these stupid thoughts about themselves. But I like it because it's a nice in between. And they came up with I'm a textrovert. It's just, it's like I could do it if I could just type it or post it somewhere. But like the idea of going in public and being face to face with folks is still a little bit, radical for them. I don't know if my shake and protein is loud to you guys.
But consider this, Doc. It's that people, you may think that having that fear of posting or whatnot is just get over it, is ridiculous.
I do.
But
I
by
say I'm
even
an asshole
having
about
that
it.
attitude, but by even having that attitude, it reinforces the resistance to posting. Like
Why?
somebody's out there going to
Explain
be
it.
it proves their point that somebody's going to come at them because they disagree with them in some way. They disagree with what they get. And
okay.
there's too much of this argument about disagreement and not enough of it's not right, wrong, good or bad. It just is. Yes, you and I may disagree completely on these type of things, and that's
Fine.
should not affect me
Yeah,
at all. That
it's
disagreement,
fine.
it just is what it is.
Yeah. And so that's how I see it,
should
right? It
not
just is
affect-
what it is. I don't think that there's good, bad, or indifferent. And
I know,
what you're saying to me,
but a
though,
lot of people do.
here's what I hear when you say that, though. I hear about the people that catastrophize. Because why would you, this again is just me, why would someone automatically just assume that walking outside is going to rain? Or, okay, let me run this back. This is how my brain processes this. People will say they're afraid to post. Why? Because somebody might disagree with them. Yeah, people disagree with me from the minute I was born black. It just happens, right? What people say? Well, what if somebody says something nasty to you? Again, black in America, nasty every day. The president freaking hates me. Like, let's go down the list. But you get in your car every day and you drive. The deadliest thing in the planet. The same people would say that would go outside and smoke a cigarette or eat like 40 pounds of bacon, haven't walked in 2 years. They sit around the house all day. Like they're doing things that will actually F them up with reckless abandon. But the one thing that can't physically harm you, oh, I'm scared. Like it's just crazy. I know I'm mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm being factual about it though. Let's see what the brain guy says. Lo said, behind the phobia are feelings, thoughts, or beliefs that limit your progress and growth. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you know me, G. I always say feelings ain't facts. And it just isn't. Like I can feel like today is warm. I tell you what, I walk my ass outside right now coming out with icicles because it's cold as shit outside. No matter how much I want to feel like, oh, it's sunshine today, it must feel better. I went outside, it's cold as snot. So I think I understand what you're saying. I do not disagree with you. I think what happens is that if we continue to catastrophize, no matter whose fault is it that you do that, right? I have a family member who is still blaming what their dad did to the way that they perform, and they're pushing 60. I mean, at some point, you got to let go of that and decide on your own you're going to do something about it. Like, if you constantly just blame whatever happened to you, your past does not define you. Your now defines you. Life is about you taking charge of things. Like I don't know, man. I swear our country just has I don't know why I see it more here than any place else. And because I travel a lot, we have the most victim mindset ever. I don't see this go down in other places. Like, I mean, I seen people in abject poverty in Mexico, and they living the best life. Right? Paul, you go to Portugal all the time, right?
I travel like you. I mean,
Right?
I've seen the happiest people in the poorest countries.
Thank you. So these
I mean-
meetings
too.
that we have that are supposedly like, ooh, it's society and it's science. No, it's not. It's Americans bitches, bro. I'm sorry. I hate to be that person because I love my country. But I travel to places where they have no money at all and they have a blast. We have just, I don't know what it is. This is not the right place for me to figure this out, but it drives me crazy. It's a passion of mine. And I mentioned it to somebody on, I think it came up in Ecamm today. They were like, somebody made a question. It was a good question about why. Here's the exact post. It's funny. It just popped up. Those who communicate, inspire, teach, lead, guide, instruct. Can you share with me something? Why does your volume and speed increase when you feel strongly about something you're saying while you're teaching or speaking in a group? I'm genuinely curious, here to understand. So we got things from the sympathetic arousal and the nervous system. We got it's related to emotion. We got check out the speaking coach from Daniel, which everybody loved. We got, for me, it's passion. When I believe it, there's more passion. And here's my response. And you guys would know this because you heard it before. My response was, never mind the foo-foo and the woo-woo. It's because I'm tired of watching good people holding amazing messages that the world needs to hear because of limiting beliefs and lies that they tell themselves. If I show them I stand on business and we as a pump community will help them break through these chains, maybe this time they will listen and step up and step out of the shadows. We ain't playing. There's work to do. Time to stop complaining and let's make this world a better place. I'm always on fire. My time here is short and I can't waste another day on bullshit. That's my statement. I might got like 10 years left.
That's a lot to put on a t-shirt.
I might have 10 years left. I might step outside tomorrow and the airplane be like, F it. But y'all know what I meant before I left. There's nothing wishy-washy about what I got to do or what I got to say. And I know there will be people that you can't handle the truth. But for those who can, if I got you started, I'm good. Right? Like if everybody else in the this is a mean thing to say, but I just want you to know how my brain sees this. If everybody after you guys just said, "Fuck that dude, I don't care." Why? Because Obs is down and she's making her shit better, right? Gretchen is down, she's making her shit better. Chris is down just to tease me, but we're besties now. I love Chris, right? Paul has done some amazing work. The other Paul has done some amazing work. Luis is done some amazing work. You know, like even Rich, you know, like all my people have figured out a way to just get better at what they're doing and then keep pushing this needle, right? And some of us are still fighting. Trust me, I'm still fighting. But knowing that I helped the people that I've helped so far, I could jump the fuck off a bridge tomorrow. I don't care. I did what I came here to do. Like I am fulfilling my purpose on a daily basis.
There are 10 people in class that would seriously care.
I know. Trust me, I'm not going nowhere. I'm too cocky to kill myself.
Yeah.
I might get this stream banned for
Not a
saying
chance.
stuff like that, but yeah, I'm far too cocky for these problems. However, I do respect that there's people that have these things. I'm just saying at some point, and Carlos probably has to deal with this more than ever because of what he does. We have to stop blaming what happened to us in order to do things that happen for us. And in yesterday's video, I made a serious mistake. What I said, in order to be interesting, you have to be interested, or something like that. But what I meant to say is, I said it backwards. In order to be interesting, you have to be interested. You have to care. You have to care. I think no matter how much heat I get from people, everybody knows I'm just this way because I care. Like I really want people to share what they got to say, because the voices that have been suppressed is the reason why we have people out here believing nonsense. Because when somebody was trying to tell those people that they could do whatever they want, there was somebody telling them that they can't. And the can't voices was louder than the can voices, right? You can't be a president, or you can't be a teacher, or you can't sit here, you can't drink here, you can't live here. Like all of these things that were put on a whole bunch of people by other people. And come to find out, like we hear, I dream. This is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a little secret. These are my high thoughts. Maybe I shouldn't share these. But my high thoughts are, how much better would this world be if there were no borders? Because the reality is they're not. They're made up. They're just lines, right? Everybody who's been here, I and Paul and I were staying in New Hampshire. So every day in a 3-mile drive, it would go, welcome to New Hampshire. Welcome to Manchester. Oh my God. Welcome to Massachusetts. And like, on one part of the drive, you go in and out of the state twice, right? When we stop to go to Five Guys, we go Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, then back to New Hampshire. And we were literally within, like if I farted on one side, you could smell it on the other. This shit is just made up. But people stand tooth and nail on nothing. I really do dream of what the world would be like with no freaking borders. Like, would it help piece out some of the hate? It's crazy.
Honestly,
And if you looked at the things that you were told you can't, like, that my mom always said, oh, no, don't be a doctor, be a nurse. Because, it drove you nuts when I first told you that. You're like, what? But if I had gone with my initial thought of that, and would I have ever become a teacher? Would I have done what I really, and I didn't know at that time. So yes, that can't do that, do this instead, because it's easier or as my mom thought it was, and I would have better chance at a better husband. This is okay.
Damn.
This is my mom. Okay.
I'm gonna tell Bob
Seriously,
what you
mom.
said.
That type of thing. You got it. Love her dearly, but this is a whole nother era. But would I have gone into teaching and impacted and done what I've done and
No,
have
you're right.
loved it so much?
You're right.
I mean, I can look at it saying, oh, woe me, I didn't get to do this. Or I can say, yeehaw, look what I did instead. And that's one of the things I've learned through this whole journey with you over the past 5 years now. Is it almost 4 or 5 years? Holy crap. And if an old lady like me, 69 now, woohoo, there's no limits. Really, you just take those things that were limiting beliefs and turn them around. Do I get points, Carlos, for that?
Yeah, you get absolutely 100%. Wait, I'm trying to send Carlos this. If you don't see it, it's in the membership tab, like in the YouTube, because all you guys have the little yellow dots. You can always pop in. I just lives in there. I'm gonna text Los. I don't want to open Discord on this computer. It might start tripping. Let me do it on my phone. Like I agree with you, Gretchen. Like I often think like I'm proud of the struggles that I've gone through, because if I didn't go through them, I wouldn't be here to be doing what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I needed my real father to be a prick. I needed to get bounced around between mom and grandma and all this other stuff. At one point, I needed to go through all of the little minor headaches. I won't call them little minor. They were major headaches. I had to go through, the verbal abuse, the racism, like all of the crazy shit in order to be here now. So no, it's definitely, I don't feel ever the need to have a regret. The only thing I regret is selling my Apple stock, because I'll be rich right now. But then if I didn't sell my Apple stock, I would be stupid rich. I would be talking to none of y'all right now. I would be in freaking Japan somewhere sipping on syrup. I'm sorry. I'm just telling the truth. I will always tell the truth. Here, let me, dang it. Where the hell is Carlos? Let's see. Carlos. Biscuits and Bushidos. Man, I don't even know how to use Discord now. Isn't this a horrible shame? Hmm. Do. There we go. Ooh, it just went away. Dang it. Oh my god, Discord, you suck. I can't even type in the thing. Stop. Oh god. This thing is so stupid. There we go. Found it. Yes, there we go. Okay, I got it. Whew, that was problematic. Watch out, bud. Yeah, 100%, bro. I heard that the other day. They come in with the 25% tariff. I'm just like, this is nuts. Like, this is nuts. Like, I just don't even understand how people are so against their own self right now over the guise of hating or being against somebody else. Like, you're going to be against somebody else so stiffly that you're actually going to destroy your own self. I don't understand it. That is just mind-boggling to I. Crazy. All right. Oh, I just did something stupid.
I think America at the moment is doing what Britain did to Europe. We entered Brexit and we regretted the fact that or the majority of the people, regretted the fact that they voted for it. America is doing a stance now, and I think it will change its view in years to come and regret the point in time that it's trying to force a hand.
Mm-hmm. And again, it's all in both cases. It's over the guise that somebody was coming to take something from you that never was coming to take anything from you. Like, they just wasn't. Like, no. In general, people are good. They're not out to get you. And in times of struggle, even the people that have like weird heinous thoughts, they can't really look at somebody else struggle. We saw it in Katrina. People who don't get along was helping each other out. They was getting mom and the babies off the roof. So you seen dudes in the flag of the Confederacy with a boat going around snatching people off of roofs. Now, once everything got back to normal, they went back to calling each other names and fisticuffs. But I mean, all the New York people know what it is. We can't stand each other. But come to New York and say something bad about us, you about to get knocked out, right? They will fight it out.
I think the best of people comes out when there's a major catastrophe.
Correct.
Even the bad turn good.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, when power gets so into your head that you lose the ability to focus, that I don't understand that. Like, I just don't. I really hope that we can just, I tell you what I do. I just put myself in a position to just try to create my way past it until I get out, right? I'm gonna just keep creating until it finally goes away, and then, figure 4 years from now, I'll still be in a better place, and I'll just keep going. Dang, this looks dope, bro.
Your Doc Pops are showing up in Europe now as well on the videos again.
Oh yeah, you saw it?
Yeah.
Man, I'm looking at Gretchen's lake pictures over here. This is cool. This is super dope. K-Walk says, power corrupts, as Diddy.
Which pictures?
You're in Banff
Oh,
at Moraine Lake.
oh,
You posted it 3 days ago. This is rad.
that wasn't me.
It says Gretchen. Oh, it's a different Gretchen. Never mind.
Yeah, I didn't.
How do we get
I was in
this
Eugene. Moraine
Yeah.
Lake is one on my list to do,
Somebody
but
has
I'd rather do it in the winter.
impersonating Gretchen. Don't impersonate Gretchen. Carlos, what is happening? Nice
Hey,
hat.
man.
Yay.
Like the hat.
Yeah, you guys are all nailing it today, man. You're I'm just getting all pumped and excited, man, about what you guys are talking about, you know. Whenever Doc starts getting into the psyche, man, it's like all of a sudden my ears start ringing. I don't know where I am. I'm like, Doc must be talking right now. He must be doing a deep dive, you know. And Doc, this is just like where you, by the way, this is where your coaching really hits its sweet spot, in my opinion. It's when you start acknowledging this kind of stuff, you know, but you
Yeah.
don't get stuck in the weeds. It's like, okay, it's one thing to acknowledge it, you know, the post phobia or things like that, but now what do we do, right? Because this is where I think we struggle so much. I get so many comments on my videos from creators who are struggling with this stuff, with the post phobia stuff, you know, and behind it is, I mean, you guys can probably all relate, all understand this, but behind the phobia is stuff that's just limiting your life, period, right? It's just limiting everything.
It doesn't serve you.
Yeah. So it's like but it's getting really exposed in our struggle to create and our creativity. That's where I think it's really exposed a lot because you see the phobia coming up and like Doc, what you were saying, you know, we have to expose ourselves to that discomfort over and over again. But in my opinion, I liken it to this. I'll just say this real quick and then I'll shut up. But it's like somebody dealing with a phobia of flying. Okay, they fear of flying. When I have a client like that, I will tell them, yeah, okay, the important thing is to get on the plane, yes. But there has to be a methodical game plan put in place so that you don't land the plane. When you land, some of you may have one of these little dogs. You know those little tiny dogs that kind of are always anxious and always shaking? You know, I don't know if you've ever.
My
But
dog
there are
is a
some little dogs
Taco
like that.
Terrier. He's half Chihuahua, so yeah.
Okay, there you go. So always nervous, always shaking. You don't want to land and come off the plane like that. You want to be able to come off the plane with a degree of regulation, right? You want to be regulated, you want to be calm, you want to be at peace, but you're not going to do that if you just get on the plane and will yourself to get through it. There has to be a methodical game plan. So there has to be exercises you do on the plane. You're they're embracing the process. I call it passionate patience. You're not just patient. You're passionate in your patience, meaning you're going to embrace things that are intentional while on that plane flight so that when you get off the plane, you're actually in a better place. That way you get back on the plane again, coming back, and you're more resilient now. You don't just have to white knuckle it again on the way back. I mean, screw white knuckling it, right? White knuckling is not fulfilling, right? I don't think that's freedom. And so I just really want to capitalize on some of that stuff that
See,
you're talking
Gretchen, so we're
about.
both right. You do have to do it,
Both
Yeah.
right.
but you have to do it with
It
a
reminds
plan.
me of what I mean. Years ago, I worked with Brian Clemmer, and there would be the things you would tell the story about. Well, but this and happened, and this and happened. I couldn't do this, and Brian would, in full, would just stop and look at you and say, "So how's that working for you?"
Yeah, yeah, that's always a
Yeah.
good question.
And it was what I mean, so embedded in my head now that when I stop and I run into things, I just look and I can hear him, he's gone now, but I can hear him say, "Look at me," just right in the face and go, "So how's that working for you, Gretch?"
And that's why
And
I always say, G, that, okay, what you're saying is 100% valid. now what. I always do it with the
Yeah.
now what.
Now what?
And
That's
somebody
right.
brought it up at Leap this week. You know, that's the whole dope part about improv. And I've been to improv, right? But that's yes and. Okay, so this is true. All of the things can be true. And Caleb mentioned it this week. We were talking the story, and they said, yeah, so both things can be true at the same time,
Right.
right?
And
So
also,
it
yep.
could be true that your dad is a dick. It could be true that, you know, somebody once, you know, did something, you know, physically damaging to you. All of these things can be valid, but that doesn't mean you're not powerful. That doesn't mean you're not in control of your own situation. You know what
What
I
you
mean?
said, Doc. And also, I'm powerful.
Yeah, and also,
That's the end also. Yeah.
right. So here's a good analogy, and we'll put this in complete Gretchen language.
Yep.
There is this gala tree, and it's been producing like the best sweet fruit every year. It's about 4 years into production. It's where you're grafting from to produce the rest of the trees in the orchid because it has like the best genes. And then the lightning storm comes and cracks it. Like the tree got hit by lightning and it damaged the fruit for the rest of the year. But the farmer came by and grafted what he could graft, wrapped it up where he could wrap it up, and tried to get it to repair itself, pruned off the areas that were damaged, and within the next year, it's back to producing fruit. Tree don't have a brain, it don't have a soul, it don't have shit. But I tell you what, after a lightning strike, with a little, you know, pushing and proper drainage, bitches start making fruit again.
Good job. You exactly. Man, my dad is up there doing a happy dance because you got grafting down perfectly. I was taught how to do that when I was
I know what
4.
I'm doing. I know how to graft weed plants. It's almost the same.
I was talking about the apple trees because
Sorry.
taught to graft apple trees.
But you know what I'm saying?
Not
Like,
saying I didn't
have
apply
seen
it to the else.
Oh, I'm gonna find something for you while we do this. I have a photo that I took in Kyoto back like 2 years ago, Christmas, 3 years ago, Christmas. And what happened was there's a kurumatsu, which is a black pine, and it had gotten damaged in a war way back in the day. And somehow a ume tree, like a ume seed, landed in the decaying kurumatsu. And for whatever reason, the extra nitrogen or potassium that comes out of a ume, which is plum, sorry, I should speak English to the rest of y'all. Carlos is like, I know what he's talking about. Everybody else is like, what the fuck? Somehow, as the ume tree started to grow, it nursed back a basically dead kurumatsu, and they're forever intertwined. Maybe it's the sakura tree. Anyway, I'll find the picture. They're forever intertwined at the Imperial Palace in Kyoto.
In the Hoh rainforest, that is what a good lot of the rainforest is made up here. They're called nurse logs. And some of the old growth forest that drops down, and then you have 100-foot, 200-foot trees growing out of an original nurse log. And you'll see a nurse log that is the root is, I have a picture of one that the root is probably 25 foot high. But then there's and it's all stretched out, and then there's trees growing out of it. And nurse logs are all over the place up there.
I
And
tell
it's
you what, when I was
part
in
of what
Cancun, I had some nurse logs after. Never mind.
it's part of what makes the forest and the whole ecosystem. It's vital to the ecosystem.
Wow.
Yeah, see, I like that. When I saw that, like, it's really weird to say this to to you guys in public, but when I saw that kurumatsu and like what happened, I kind of teared a little bit because it sort of represented that, like, even when you think you all the way down and you're basically done, you still got something to give. And that's what I be trying
Yeah.
to tell y'all. I don't care what the hell happened to you in the past. It's none of my damn business.
And
You
a
still
nurse
got
log is
something to
considered the
give.
healer. A nurse log is considered the healer of the forest.
Damn. Y'all hear that? Gretchen just dropping bombs today.
Wow, Gretchen, is that what is that, are you using that for your book that you're writing, your children's book?
I actually have there's a gentleman here. I have one, Song of the Ancient Forest, that was written by a guy, and it's all about the nurse log and what it's gone and how many species it promotes and keeps
Hmm.
going, and how it's the basis. I mean, we have three rainforests up here within 2 hours of me. I have,
Wow,
and
wow.
all of them, they're everywhere. It's pretty amazing.
That's amazing. I love that
See,
nurse log.
yeah, that's super cool. I'm gonna go investigate this more now, this whole nurse log thing, because I think
I'm gonna make it. Yeah,
yeah, there's something to be said about that. And again, like I say, no matter where you think you are, like you still have something to give. And I mean, think about it just from a human perspective. Most of the time, right, all these trees that quote unquote die in the woods, our people used to collect them to bring them in to cook food to then nurture us to go and plant more, right? So it's not just you, like this is something that just happens. Okay, I found it, but I don't have a picture of the sign. It's actually more of a video. It's kind of crazy. Like there's a whole tree. Actually, there's 3 or 4 trees growing out of this tree. It's kind of nuts. Here you can see that a
yeah.
little bit. Like there's a whole ass
Oh,
tree
wow.
growing
Wow.
out of another tree that kind of like fell down, and there's a sign next to it with a really cool story like explaining it. But even if I found the picture of the sign, you couldn't read it, so sorry. It to me, I was like, that's the first time that I think maybe because like I used to traipse the forest a lot when I was a kid, so I probably saw it, didn't know what I was looking at. When I saw it this time, I knew exactly what I was looking at, and I was like, bruh. Here, as you know, very woody. It'd be kind of cool to go, when we go to that place where we had the dinner the last day of camp. We're going there first day of camp this year. It'd be cool to walk around the forest and see if we can find some. So it'd give us something to do, provided it's not cold. Because I'm not going out there with you if it's cold. Yo, this is super cool. Gang, I got like 20 minutes to stretch it out, and then we'll do a class real quick. Class gonna be short today because I got to go meet Katie and Ken. But this is dope. Los, now you know what the dang link is. It's in the YouTube page on the membership site.
Yeah, I know.
I
I'm
never
I'm
changed.
I'm just dense, man. Sometimes just dense.
It's cool, man.
Oh, good.
I like when we have these kind of conversations because it helps me remember. Like you guys remind me why I do this. Right, I get questions all the time from people. Paul and I fight about this every Saturday about how I could do this and that to make the channel bigger, and I'm like, yeah, but will that upset the apple cart? No pun intended. To take away from the ability to just dig in with the people that care. Like I could become Nick Nimmin and just get a bunch of people in here, but I don't really like it. I like our people because I feel like at least I know for the most part, everybody that's here is trying to do something. They're trying to get somewhere, and
That's
I could
right.
ride with those people. Like someone who just wants to do it for the vanity or just do it for the money. I mean, I'll help them, but I don't think it's not a long term solution to me. I think the long term solution is us chipping away a little bit at a time and making a dent and doing something positive and impactful. And that's what I like about everybody here is I feel like everybody that's here is trying to do something for the right reason. Like today, Roy made a joke on my video because Roy said, yeah, YouTube does take a bigger chunk. I just stopped caring at this point because you're right. And then, Rich, I'm still on the fence about what to do with Discord because the target audience hates Discord. Like, you and I are cool with it. But for the most part, like, I went to this last year with Yolanda and other people. Discord is just kind of messy. So I've been thinking about going back to Uscreen and checking out Mighty Networks. I'll make a decision after I come back from not Creator Camp, from KIT. KIT is doing a really cool event in Boise, Idaho, which I'm going to next month. And after going there and shaking things up, we'll see what's happening there. and I'm gonna be doing some work with Justin Moore and Jay Close. So I'll figure it out. For now, we just get to be us. So that's cool.
You know, I would mention too, if anybody's interested, it's like this is like an anti-victimhood group that, you know, I think this is. It's not you know, my experience is that we're not getting stuck on the painful truths and uncomfortable realities of, let's just say, the past. You know, things that have really kept us back, and that's what I've really appreciated, Doc, is that we are talking so much about now what.
Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. You know, just keep it moving. Roy
Yep.
Roy had a funny comment on the video that I made, because I made a video about, you know, getting those first 100 videos done, and that was sort of targeted at new people who are jumping into this party. But Roy said, 100 bad videos. I got almost 1,000 bad videos on my channel. And I thought that was funny. And I'm like, okay, so I went to go look at Roy's video, and his video is actually really good. Like the message, everything was sort of perfect. And it's really about, you know, packaging at this point, right? So I'll show you an idea of what I was saying to him, because it'll help some of you guys out. All right, so you can just see in the bottom down here, he started this video with, hey, troublemakers, if you're a content creator, you're probably a troublemaker. And I'm like, that's a cute line to the people who know who you are, who know, you know, that's just a code name or a nickname. But as a first line for a video, not necessarily the best. And trust me, I make tons of videos without a good hook. But I also try to remember to make videos with a good hook, right? So starting here, this first, we're on 1 second, not even 2, not 3, not 10. The first 1 second of the video, you can alienate. Oh my God, dude. You can alienate a bunch of people by using an inside joke coming out of the gate. So I used to think it was cute to start my videos with, hey, LGL family. No, that's bad. I did it. I got hundreds of videos on my channel, that maybe 200-300 plus, that start out that way. That's a bad way to start a video, because if you're not in, I just told you that you don't belong. Subconsciously, without trying, I just told you that you don't belong.
Hey, troublemakers. And if you're a content creator, you're probably a troublemaker.
Go to the
I
second line.
got
Okay. I got crazy and decided to use ChatGPT to evaluate my thumbnails. Okay, that's a better first line. If you just chopped off the beginning and started here, it's a better video out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Just
You
literally.
learn that off analytics.
Huh?
You learn that off your analytics.
I'm not doing it, Paul. Shut up. You try to get me every week. Leave me alone, Paul.
crazy and I decided to use ChatGPT to evaluate my
Let this go one
thumbnails.
more
I said,
second.
hey,
I said, hey, give me the good, the bad, and the ugly. See, this part was so good. And I was like, Roy, your video was legit good. Your first sentence ruined you. And you didn't even, I do it all the time. So I catch myself and I try not to do it. So the advice I gave to Roy was to, let me go back to where the comment was. So you're not getting views. See, I started this video out with, so you're not getting any views, not getting any subscribers, and not getting the engagement that you want. But that sounds like 50% of the people that will click on this video. Now I got you hooked. Just simple as that, right? I didn't say hey. I didn't say hey everybody. I hate when people start videos with hey everybody. It doesn't matter if I hate it. These are just science, right? People want to feel seen. Listen, I have to say something before I get crazy, because it just messes me up, and I catch myself all the time. When I say I hate stuff, it's not just my personal feeling, and maybe that's a bad way to describe it, and maybe that kills half the message. I am saying that if you want to win, it doesn't matter if you disagree with me or not. The facts are the facts, and I pretty much do everything in my power to speak from factual statements, not from any sort of feeling or whatever. So describing it as I hate it when this happens is probably messing up the conversation, because that's a feeling, and I don't technically hate anything. Well, except Cowboys, but I like Rich. So, sorry, Rich. I just the way I say it, right? It just comes out. We get lazy in language, and I realize that, and that's something that I've been thinking about a lot. Is like trying to get better at being lazy in language. But the idea of starting a video talking to everybody just told me that you don't pay attention to me, and we are tuned for survival reasons to be partially selfish. So, hey, you is more inviting than hey, everybody. Hey, creator, which I say all the time, is more inviting than hey, everybody. Hey, creators is less inviting than hey, creator. Hey, you, solid. No salutation at freaking all. More solid. You could throw it after the hook, right? You could be like, are you tired of feeling ashamed about being that 15 pounds overweight? I understand where you come from. I got some ideas that might help you. Hey, everybody, that's fine. Because you already got them hooked on the, are you tired of feeling some particular way? I do say what up, creator. I say creator a lot, right? Because I specify in my videos that I say all the time that I am a creator. I think it's important that you tell yourself that. But it's very important not to start out with generic, bland salutations. As a matter of fact, I say skip them and go straight to the hook. There's a new thing right now in email, not to start out with, hey, I hope this email finds you well. Because everybody does it, it seems trite at this point. You know what? I start all my emails that way, and I'm fighting it. But before it seemed smart, because you're trying to act like you care, which you do. Maybe you just do. But you can't, because people's attention span is so short, you go straight in. I got a collaboration opportunity, and I think you are a perfect fit. It was good seeing you at, XYZ. I hope everything is going well. Let me tell you about this collaboration opportunity. Much better email. Start out with, hey, Paul, like, how's everything going? How's the weather in Portugal? I'm glad you made it home from your trip to the desert. That's a whole paragraph worth of shit that I could stick somewhere else and still deliver that message. But if I say, Paul, I got an idea that's going to sell you 100 more dryer tubes this week. Let me drop it on you real quick. Now he's into the email. If second I say welcome home, he's even more into the email because it's not, you know what I mean? But if you start out with that, yeah, it's weird. You don't have time when you pass it in the street to be like, hey, by that time the person's gone. It's almost like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's funny. Rich is right. People don't have time for small talk, even in email. Like, it is what it is. What the hell is a dryer tube? I have no idea, JB. I was thinking of the one that comes out the back that pushes the dirt out the wall. You know, outside your house, you got the place in the grass where all of the lint gathers. I was talking about that. I don't know what it's called. That's Paul's job. But I just told Roy, let me show you what I told him because I think that this will help out a bunch of people. So I said, R double. That's what I call them, Roy Richards. Your last video was good. The hook was a tiny little poke, though. Try this. ChatGPT just beat the brakes off of me. It crushed my dang soul. And I'm okay with that, and I'm finna tell you why. Because he country. You know what I mean? So that is a hook. Like, ChatGPT just beat you up, and you cool with it? I'm curious now. This is what I'm telling you in your thumbnails, too. Let your thumbnails create the curiosity, right? And he goes, the reason I said, the new viewers just met you and they have no idea what hey troublemakers mean. Try hooks for a month and then let's revisit. Keep pushing. Royals. So hopefully Roy tries this. I think it makes a huge difference in your videos. The hard part with this, the pros don't do it very well because they don't have to. they already have a couple million thousand subs. And this is why people struggle on YouTube, because they ask these questions. It came up in Leap over and over and over and over and over again. How do I get more? There's one guy, musician guy. How do I get more people to listen to my videos? How do I get? I look at the videos. I'm like, bruh, they're not good. And you can make them good with little minor tweaks. I would rather see someone sit there with a guitar on their knee and just sing to me instead of trying to make a complicated music video that disconnects me from the actual heart and soul of the song. We love a good a cappella because we can hear every lyric and feel it. Even a pseudo a cappella like Prince. Oh, 7 and we watch them fall. Like, that's a pseudo a cappella. It has a little music on there, but the voice is forward. And you just like, when that come on, dude, you used to stand up. You be in your car singing by yourself, looking mad foolish. Now that one's stuck in your look. JB is looking it up on his phone right now. Like that one, yeah, me too, bro. Me too. Prince was a genius, right? It's very similar. Sometimes you gotta let that intro breathe. So practice them hooks. Like ask ChatGPT to help you write these hooks. Start your videos with a hook. You'll be much better off. All right, let me go stretch it out real quick. Class, I'll see you guys in like 20 minutes. I'll open the room a little bit early because I can't go upstairs to go make coffee because I ain't home. So that I'm just gonna make more coffee and then use the Lua. That's Hawaii word for bathroom. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you, class, for coming and kicking with us. What? Shut up, JB. Really though? Bruh. Envious. Yo, man, one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. I got to see him perform in Honolulu, and it was moving. I went like all 3 nights. It was so good. So good. All right, family. I will see you guys on Tuesday, and then we back in these streets again. Thank you, Kat, and see you guys in class. I don't have my outro music today, so just peace out. A-Town stuff.